gentlemen, now we're up with the plenary session, and before starting the So, ladies and gentlemen, now we are up with the plenary session. And before starting the plenary session, it's my great honor to invite our Principal of Government Medical College, Anantnag, Dr. Saeed Tariq Qureshi on the stage. A big round of applause for him. Now, let me introduce to you the panelists and the chairpersons for this plenary session. First, I'd like to invite Dr. Surinder Bisht, Consultant Pediatrics and in charge NICU Swami Dayanand Hospital, Dilshad Garden, Delhi. I would like to invite him on the stage and allow Principal Sir to felicitate him with a bouquet. Dr. Surinder Bisht. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Sunil Datta Sharma, Assistant Professor, PG Department of Pediatrics and Neonatology, ISKCOMS Jammu. I would like to invite him and get felicitated by our worthy Principal Sir with a bouquet. Dr. Sunil Datta Sharma. A big round of applause for him, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very pleased to welcome Dr. Vikas Mahajan on the stage and get felicitated by our Principal Sir with a bouquet. Dr. Vikas Mahajan, I request the chairpersons to take their seats over there. Dr. Vikas Mahajan, a big round of applause for him. It's an honor to welcome Dr. Neelam Clare on the stage and get felicitated by our worthy Principal Sir. A big round of applause for her, Dr. Neelam Clare. Dr. Raghuveer D. Aquino. Now, I would like to invite the speaker of the plenary session, Dr. Praveen Kumar, President NNF. I would like to invite Dr. Neelam Clare on the stage. And now it's time for the speaker of the session, Dr. Praveen Kumar. A big round of applause for him. Dr. Praveen Kumar, President NNF Delhi. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Dr. Surinder on the stage. A big round of applause for him. We have Dr. Neelam Clare on the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Dr. Neelam Clare. Thank you, Principal Sir. A big round of applause for him. Now I'll hand over the mic to Dr. Praveen Kumar. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you, the organizing committee, for arranging this session. Dr. Vivek has joined the project. So, just to give you a little bit of overview of the session, because there is some confusion, but don't worry. It's like a marriage, shadi. So, things happen, people come and go and different. So, don't worry about what is happening. So I'll explain what is going to happen. So we have, I'm not the speaker, I'm the moderator. We have 4 chairpersons, Dr. Neelam Clare, she's our ex-president NNF and chairperson of Department of Neonatology at Kangaram Hospital, Delhi. Dr. Srinagar, who is our Secretary General of NNF, and then Dr. Sunil Sharma and Vikas Mahajan, who are the President and Secretary of the J&K NNF. So in this session, we have 2 or 3 important talks, and then there are other people from medical colleges, senior professors and HODs who will give their perspectives. So the basic issue is, as you know, I mean, you have been listening to the science and different sessions that how to manage a baby, how a disease has to be managed, and most of us are, conversant with that. Guidelines are available, books are available, and we keep hearing. But the issue is that we have to look at the problem from a health system point of perspective. That when we go to a hospital or a clinic or OPD, how things are actually working, whether our policies or our knowledge is getting translated into action or not. And because that is what ultimately will determine that what are our outcomes, what happens. So I hope the audience is familiar with the INAP, India Newborn Action Plan. So maybe those people, PGs, etc. may not be aware. So INAP has been a flagship program of Government of India, launched in 2014. And the objective of this INAP has been that to achieve single-digit neonatal mortality rate and single-digit stillbirth rate by the year 2030. And then we want to achieve it in each state and ultimately in each district, not only as an average. So to achieve this, the government came out with a very strong program in 2014, and based on which a lot of actions have taken place over the years, and we have made tremendous progress. So the objective of today's session is to look at the state of J&K, that where do we stand, how much progress we have made, and then what are the challenges which still remain, and how we can overcome that. And we have eminent people to address this issue. I know J&K has achieved single-digit NMR if we go by the National Family Health Survey, the last version. However, it is like maybe, telling a person, with a famous example, like person putting one leg in ice-cold water, another leg in hot water, and then saying person is comfortable, because average temperature is normal. So the 9.8 single digit is average. But then what is happening in certain districts, certain other blocks, I think we need to look at it carefully. So I think I would straight away invite, first of all, Dr. Mushtaq Ahmed Dar. So Dr. Mushtaq Ahmed Dar has been associated with NIPI, and he has been State Child Health Nodal Officer for more than a decade in J&K and was instrumental in establishing a lot of SNCs, galvanized them, even medical colleges, etc. And the reason I have called him to speak today is because Government of India launched an exercise for midterm review of the INAP program last year. And they did a bottleneck analysis of 8 districts across India, of which 2 were in state of J&K. And Dr. Mushtaq was intimately involved in this exercise, and that's why he's the right person to tell us that what is the ground reality, what all we have achieved and what are still the problems, and so I think then we can discuss on that. So Dr. Mushtaq, over to you.
Thank you so much, sir, for introducing me. And I thank you all for giving me the opportunity to speak at this forum. Until the presentation is loaded, I'll just introduce myself. I am not a pediatrician by training, but pediatrics and neonatology is close to my heart. I have started my career from the pediatrics only, as done my house job in Government Medical College, Srinagar. Then I worked as I mentioned, as Divisional Nodal Officer NHM and State Nodal Officer for Child Health from NHM from 2010 to 2018, and have worked very closely with for strengthening the neonatal and pediatric care in medical colleges and in district level. Regarding today's session, and I thought that before starting the findings of midterm INF review, the bottleneck analysis which was done, I wanted to give you some perspective what J&K has done, is doing parallelly for reducing IMR and neonatal mortality. So, in view of encouraging trends in decline of IMR in last decade, Government of J&K decided in 2018, where its Principal Secretary, then Dr. Pawan Kotwal, he thought that we should make a roadmap to reduce the IMR, not NMR. We should reduce the IMR to single digit, and he gave the deadline by 2022. So he constituted a committee and gave the task to National Health Mission and to Norway-India Partnership Initiative for compiling and preparing the roadmap, and constituted a committee in which the then head of departments of gynecology and pediatrics of government medical colleges, Srinagar and Jammu, were involved, in addition to representatives from Directorates of Health Services, Jammu and Kashmir, and Director Family Welfare was in charge of the committee. So we prepared a roadmap. It was approved and released in 2018. So this was the trend from 2019. From 2019 up to 2009 up to 2019, we had reached to IMR of 20 per 1,000 live births. So then we needed, as per SRS, a projected rate of decline of 3 points each year to make it a single digit. So by 2022. And if we go by NFHS, we were then at 16.30. So we needed only 2 points to reach the single digit. And this, I am talking of the IMR. So these were the highlights. These were the existing interventions, facility-based and community-based, which were already in place, and we made the plan to strengthen them, like the establishment of facility-based newborn care units, like SNCUs, newborn stabilization units, and newborn care corners, sickle birth attendance at time of birth, essential newborn care to all, injection vitamin K at birth, early and exclusive breastfeeding, antenatal corticosteroids in preterm, pre-referral dose of antibiotics, strengthening advanced care by NICU at regional level, newborn care screening at birth, and Pradhan Mantri Surakshit Matritva Abhiyan, where we target the high-risk pregnancy, those left out pregnancies which you normally visit for ANC checkups, and the idea is to have at least one checkup of such people, such marginalized people, by a trained medical officer or a gynecologist. So that is a scheme which is every 9th of every month, which is being conducted at the identified health facilities. The community-based interventions were the ongoing interventions, home-based newborn care, infant and young child feeding practices, and or the mother's absolute affection program, which is again for promoting the breastfeeding and complementary feeding, age-related complementary feeding, intensified diarrhea control fortnight, universal immunization program, village health, sanitation and nutrition days, integrated management of newborn and child illnesses. So we thought of strengthening these interventions. These are already ongoing interventions proposed by the ministry, and added some new interventions which are like the Dakshta training and the Lakshya certificate program, which is actually promotes care around birth by putting in place the infrastructure and training of the people working in the labor room and OTs. Family participatory care for strengthening the SNCUs, where we intend to involve the parents or the attendants in the care, non-medical needs in the SNCUs after proper change, hand washing, and taking all the precautions. Kangaroo mother care for the preterm and low birth weight, pediatric emergency triage and treatment at district level, establishing pediatric emergencies as district level, which was not there usually, needed referral of such cases. Establishment of obstetric ICUs and HDUs at district level, and implementation of anemia moved path program. And community-based intervention was the home-based care for young and young child, where there are additional visits in addition to home-based newborn care visits, 7 home-based newborn care visits. In this HBYC, there are additional visits from 3rd month to 15th month for monitoring and of the breastfeeding and immunization and other complementary feeding in the child. So these were the interventions which are proposed in the action plan.